What is up, everybody? I'm at my truck, got a new sticker. Woo woo. Today I want to talk about the subject of always be learning, right? And I think this core value is just so imperative to my growth, my future. Especially now with media and everything, I feel that it's hard to carve your own path. It's hard to, it's just getting harder and harder with technology and everything at our fingertips and all these different resources to read from and learn from and grow from. And maybe, a lot of it is false. And, it's up to our interpretation to figure out what everything means to us. And, I just think that always be learning and staying humble just can relate to each other so much because, we're not born in a political party like our parents might be, but like our individual selves, when we're born, right, until we're 18, we don't have to select anything. And that's the same with like everything else out there. As we grow, we learn our morals, we learn our values, our beliefs, as we start to grow up. And, the people around us definitely can shape us, for the good or for the bad. And I think it's just important as an adult, especially a young adult, to just like keep learning and, expand your mind, have hard conversations, right? Have conversations with people maybe you don't agree on anything, right? But them. They're either a family member sometimes or, they're a friend of a friend, because something that, maybe is like deep inside of you and you're hard fast to react in a certain way on certain subjects. Like maybe, if you expand your mind, you'll realize why somebody sees it differently and how they see it differently. And, I'm not saying like change what you think of, just expand, right? Because you never know. Like, I think that's, besides like the obviously learning like through books and through podcasts and through all of these different resources we have, like, when I'm driving or I'm half the time I'm like doing cardio, I'm always listening to audiobooks, but they're not just like, mindless books. I think those serve a purpose, like we need them, they're entertainment, right? But I think it's so important in this day and age to read books that actually you can learn something from, or you can expand your mind, because it's so easy to be a sheep these days. It's like, it's insane, right? And don't get me wrong, like I've gotten caught up in it before too, but I think just pushing your limits and creating conversations with people who you don't get along with, right? That's going out of your comfort zone, and it's pushing you to your greater self, because you may never agree with them on whatever topic you decide to talk about, but you've been able to see a little bit into their life and see how and why they think the way they think. And I think that's like moving in the forward, like with like careers, with just a rec softball team. It's so important, like always be learning, and always know you can learn from anyone, right? You've never been in anyone else's shoes, and even if your life looks extremely similar, even if it's your sibling, like they have a whole different brain, right? And so they think completely differently, and just don't be closed-minded, right? Like this is me, this is the more you know, like this is how I think. Like just pay attention to how you react too, right? When certain subjects come up or certain topics come up, like like that you're steadfast and you know exactly how people should feel on that. Like, see how you react, because it's very interesting when you kind of take yourself outside of yourself and see, and try to, you know, as you do that, you can kind of understand why you react that way, and if it's under solid foundation, or it's just like, you know, it's just because that's what your parents said, or because that's, you know, where you came from, or anything like that. Like, you know, just have your own mind, right? Like, expand it. That's all I got for you. The more you know, always be learning, and stay humble, because, man, some people out there like you haven't even met can teach you an insane amount of stuff. So just be open, be humble, and learn. Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Legion of Boom.